There, Spencer Kenner here. Today we're going to be learning how to write the letter A. A is the first letter in the English alphabet and has two primary sounds associated with it, but can be combined with many other letters in the English alphabet to create a vast amount of sounds. We're going to begin with the first two sounds that it makes because it is how we say the letter A. The first sound is A. A is used in words such as aim or apron. It has that distinct A sound. The other sound is the longer format where it is A, as in apple, or used in words such as alligator, where it can be extended and drawn out. So let's get to drawing the letter A. The letter A has two formats. It's got an uppercase format as well as a lowercase format. And indicated on this first row here, we will go through the structure and shape of these two letter formats so you have an understanding of where your pencil should be going to correctly draw these shapes. So indicated by these arrows in this first symbol here, I've got which way your pencil should be going once placed on the paper. We've got the top of the row here, the bottom of the row, and the middle. This first shape here, along with these as well, I've gone ahead and made dotted lines, kind of giving a traceable version of the shape. So with these arrows in my direction, we will follow through tracing over these dotted lines to form the uppercase shape of the letter A. So beginning at the top of the row and following this first dotted line down to the bottom, we're going to connect that first line. As you can see there, I've got that first dotted line fully filled from top to bottom. And next, we are going to look at the opposite side of the line that we just created, and again start at the top and follow that line through to the bottom. So now we've got a nice triangular shape. We've almost formed our uppercase A. So you'll want to look at the middle of this row now, and I've got these green dotted lines. You want to connect these two lines that you just created from the top to the bottom of the row, and connect those right in the middle, following that last arrow going left to right. So as you can see, we've now got our first uppercase A. Next, without the direction of the arrows, we're going to follow through with the same tracing that we just accomplished on this next symbol here. Again, we're going to start at the top of the row and follow that dotted line to the bottom of the row. Again, on the opposite side, doing the same exact motion, following that traced line. And you go from the top to the bottom, and you've got your other side of your uppercase A. Finally, follow that green dotted line in the middle and connect the two lines you just made down. Now you've got your second uppercase A. Finally, do that one more time, and then we can begin creating the lowercase a. Starting at the top, you follow that dotted line down to the bottom, stopping. You've got your clear line there, and you want to start at the top again, pulling your pencil down to the bottom of that row, and finally connecting the middle. And you've got your third uppercase letter A. So moving on to the lowercase version of this letter, we want to take a look at these arrows, and instead of just making straight lines, we're going to start with a half circle. So you'll begin at that center middle green line and follow through the middle, making that half circle shape. As you can see there, I traced over the dotted line to create that half circle shape, or a C, which we'll talk about later on throughout the alphabet. Next, with this next indicating line, we want to follow the arrow from the middle of the row straight down, ending at the bottom of that row. As you can see here, we have completed a lowercase a. you want to look at these other two dotted line symbols here and follow the same processes with the indicating arrows. Beginning at the middle green row, tracing that half circle in a straight line from the middle down. As you can see, we've got another lowercase a. Finally, complete that one more time, doing that half circle, going over the dotted line, from the middle to the bottom, a straight line, and you've got your lowercase a. So now, on this bottom row here, we've got the same looking row, but we're actually missing the dotted lines to trace over. I want to go through the same sequence of drawing these lines in order to replicate these shapes on this blank space below. Remember the indicating arrows and how long your line should be when going from top to bottom. So starting above this dotted line is where we'll start the top of our A, and again, dragging that line down. From top to bottom, dragging the line down. And you want to keep that as straight as possible. If you've got a curved line, your A will begin to look a little different than it should. Finally, you want to take that green dotted center line and you will connect the two lines you've just created going from top to bottom. And you've got your first uppercase A. On these next two dots, replicate the same motion starting from the top line, going to the bottom for both of those sides and connect in the middle. Again, top to bottom, first line, second line, and connect in the middle. You've now created 3 uppercase A's. Now, following the same sequence, but for the lowercase a's, we will replicate them on each of these dots. Looking back at our sequence of arrows, we need to begin at the middle line, and we want to drag our pencil in a half circle shape under that green line. Finally, you want to draw a straight line down from the middle of the row to the bottom of the row. Now you have your lowercase a. Let's repeat this 2 more times so we have a better understanding of how to draw the letter A. Beginning at that green middle line, curving that half C, middle line to bottom line, with that straight line indicating we have a lowercase a. And finally, one more time, get that half circle shape from the middle down, straight line to the bottom, stopping, and you've got your last lowercase a. Again, we've got our uppercase, which is the larger shape of the two, and our lowercase. This is A, which also makes the sound A and A. Thank you so much, and hopefully you learned how to write the letter A.